deep dish. What is up, world of YouTube? So great to see you again. It's been a little while, and here is why. Early last week, or this past week, we had a leak. So, I no longer have carpeting in my basement, which is my office, and I no longer have flooring. I do have cats. They were being fed. So I haven't really been home. We had a water mitigation team come in and they like ripped up all the flooring and then put a bunch of fans in. So we left and stayed at my parents' house. So that's where I've been all week. It's been just difficult. Hasn't been anything normal or anything like that. So it's kind of been hard. But I'm glad you guys are here. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm super pumped about today's video. So today is going to be a redemption video. I don't know if it's a redemption for me or a redemption for Remington, because in my last video, what I did was I made his original deep dish pizza. And everyone got on me about the fact that this is not how Remington makes his deep dish. Well, guess what, guys? It was.
One eternity later.
Sorry about that brief intermission. Had to go take care of a crying Daphne. So anyway, like I was saying, it was originally how he made it, was that thin, like rolled out dough, not a deep dish. To me, deep dish is a deep dish. Like it's a thick crust, it's in a pan, not on a pan. There's a difference. So, I mean, the pizza was good, but I think I was disappointed because it wasn't actually a deep dish, even though it was called deep dish. So, his newest pizza recipe that came out a couple days after my video was an actual, like, Chicago-style deep dish pizza. And I'm making that today, and I have to say, I am not disappointed. So, follow along with me while I do that. Also, I've decided that I really like my sleeves on my t-shirts, but that doesn't necessarily mean I need to like the stomachs on my t-shirts, so I'm just gonna cut all those off. And that'll be like my thing. Like Remington doesn't have any sleeves on his shirts, and I'm just not gonna have any stomachs. Anyway, so let's get into this, and give me a like if you are generous, and go ahead and subscribe if you are new, because I do lots of weird, crazy new fun things. And let's go. This smells super good. I'm a little afraid of it though, because it's really hot. So I'm gonna give it a minute. You guys, I just dropped my camera in my pizza.
Did you drop it in your pizza?
I did. That's way, way better. That's 100,000 million times better than the last one I made. There's something about the weather here in Minnesota though. It's like super humid. So we have our air on, so then it's not humid in the house. So when I have to make dough rise, I have to put it somewhere warm. Usually I'll turn up the oven to 170 degrees and then turn it off and just throw it in there if I'm trying to make something rise. But Zach had just finished cooking on the stove, so I used the stove because it was warm. And it makes things get really big.
That's what she said.
So that kind of sucks for me. It's gonna definitely depend kind of where you're located on if it's going to be affected by your weather. My dough got bigger than Remington's did, even though I followed the recipe to the T. I didn't make any changes. But with that said, I think mine's just a little bit more doughy. Totally fine, don't even care. Super, super good. I really, really like this one. And I will probably make it again because it wasn't that hard. Another thing about making this dough is he does it in a blender. Now I have a Ninja blender. I've had it for years. And before, they used to come in like a bundle pack and they had a food processor type with a dough hook. Now, I would make the dough in that or in like a regular KitchenAid over the blender any day. But that's a personal preference. If all you have is a blender, I say go for it because it's actually a really good idea. Better than trying to make it by hand when you're not like a baker. But I found making it in the blender to be a little bit difficult. All right, so recap. I like this thing on my head. I'm going to name her Rhonda. Anyway. Pro lights. So, what did we do today? We made Remington's newest pizza recipe and it was bomb. 10 out of 10. If I could go any higher than that, I would. I'd say 11 out of 10 because you know what? It's my channel. I make the rules. I've got nothing else for you today. Here's what I'm going to ask for you guys to do. Please give me a comment down below just for funsies. Also, if you have somebody that you want me to review, let me know in the comments and I will look them up if I don't know who they are and I will review them and we'll make something from whatever. If you guys have requests, let me know because that is how I work. I've got a couple of requests in queue that I'm going to be working on in the next couple of videos and then the floor is open. So, I will see you guys next time. Make sure that you give me a like, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you later.